is social educator for disabled persons in a center in Sydney, Australia. She is also a reporter in the magazine Indian Down Under in Sydney, and she is doing a very good job, great job for educating the people, old people and disabled people. Good evening, everyone. Firstly, my sincere thanks to Madhuri Singalji and MPM College for organizing this webinar. And thank you for having me over. And thank you all the people who have joined us today. That's incredible to see so many people. And I have done the PowerPoint presentation as well. And I've got someone who is helping me with my power presentation. So Srini, are you there? Can everybody hear me well? And see me well?
Yes, we can, Manjuji.
All right. Okay, so I'm Manju Mittal, social educator for disabled people. I have been involved in disability work for almost 13 years. Today, my focus is people living with disability. Since the arrival of COVID-19, every time I head to work, and it feels like, does not make me feel safe. There is old expression, everybody has a disability, now or gets later in life. More than 2 million people live with some kind of disability. Many of them are seniors, of course. One of the most vulnerable group when it comes to contracting COVID-19. Can we please move on to the next slide, please? Thank you. Affecting Australians with disabilities. Many people with disability families and service providers are understandably very concerned about the outbreak of COVID-19. There are many major challenges Australians are facing with disabilities. Some people with disability are more at risk of developing a serious infection. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, people with intellectual disabilities facing the additional burden of increased loneliness during COVID-19, even in non-pandemic circumstances, people with disability increased risk of morbidity, comorbidities, and are more likely to die from preventable causes. Some people with disability will be unable to maintain social distancing practices because they rely on support workers for vital daily personal care. They are unable to access regular and vital medications and therapeutic services due to low supplies and restrictions in access. Continue to face barriers in accessing healthcare, including prevention, screening, and treatment for COVID-19. They are worried that discrimination or unconscious bias could impact their access to critical and life-saving health care during the crisis. May not have access to mental health services at a time when the need for accessible and responsive mental health is heightened. Many people concerned about the well-being of people with disability who are not Australian citizens or residents and therefore do not have access to COVID-19 healthcare funded by Medicare. For health and safety reasons, Disability Day program closed and is affecting the routine of people and intellectual disabilities and significantly impacting their independence. Access to food and nutrition. People with disability have expressed concern that they may not be able to access basic food and nutrition if they need to self-isolate, essential supplies remain low, online shopping and delivery remains limited, support workers or family get sick and are unable to help them access food. And now, major concerns for workers like us, employment and income security. Disability workers are essential workers. They provide critical services to the most vulnerable people in our community. They are extremely anxious about the situation and workforce issues. Some workers have lost their jobs or shifts and uncertain about the future of their work may express concerns about their inability to effectively self-isolate and financial impact of doing so. We are not able to work from home or shelter in place. We are needed in services and home throughout our community. Many of us, NDIS, National Disability Insurance Scheme, workers are feeling incredibly anxious about the risk of COVID-19 to themselves, their families, their colleagues, and most importantly, the people that they support. Can we have the next slide, please? Can we move on to the next slide, please? Thank you.
Is that come through, Manjuji? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, protecting and supporting people with disability. We acknowledge the work NDIS has done, especially this difficult time. According to the Australian Survey of Disability, aging and carers, approx 1.5 million Australians with disability receive assistance from formal providers. The Australian government has made an app called COVID Safe, which is very, very useful. Testing keeps Australians safe. Australia has one of the most accurate coronavirus testing systems in the world, with more than 500 tests completed. There are more than 6,400 confirmed cases in Australia, and sadly, 63 people have died from coronavirus. There are temperature checks at workplaces every day. We are proud of Australia. The way they are managing in the current situation are just commendable. Social distancing rules relaxed in Australia, and no recorded coronavirus cases for over the weeks now. I would like to end my session here, and thank you for the opportunity to share my views on disability. And over to you, Madhuri ji.
Thank you so much, Manju ji.
Thank you.
So, it is very good to know that Australian government is taking a lot of good steps for the differently able people. So, thank you so much for coming, and all the best.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.